before I start, I actually have a bone to pick with you.
Go for it.
Because I only have one pint of Guinness after a talk. I was meant to be on first, so I could have my pint. I'm choking, so I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I'm only joking. Thank you very much for bringing us all together. It's an incredible room and some incredible people in it. My name's Kieran May. I'm a mindset and human performance consultant for individuals, athletes and companies, and I help them achieve success, whatever that looks like to them. And I believe that you can't achieve success in any field in life without the key ingredient of resilience. Resilience is showing up even when you don't want to. Resilience is advancing despite adversity. It's determination. Resilience is grit. And resilience, as Jacqueline rightly pointed out, is also acceptance. It's an acceptance that life happens, and so much of what happens is completely outside of our control. Now, we used to think that resilience was reserved for the brave and the bold. But resilience is a human characteristic, and everyone in this room is a human being. We all have resilience. In actual fact, I think the pandemic showed that we all have resilience. And for me, the very fact that you're all sitting in this room, taking time out of your Friday evening to further your self-development shows me that you have resilience in bucket loads. And due to the fact that you are all resilient in this room, I would like you to give yourselves a warm round of applause, please. I'm going to pretend that round of applause was for me, get my pint, keep it. So my story starts actually not too far from here. I grew up as a young child in Beachmount, which is about 3 miles. It's a housing estate in the outskirts of Belfast. And I was told my whole childhood, win at all costs. That's what my father used to tell me, win at all costs. And the first time I remember him saying it to me, I was about 6 or 7, and one of the older kids in the street hit me a punch. And I run in crying. And of course, back then, Belfast parenting was if anyone hits you, hit them back. And I remember thinking, well, Dad, I can't hit him, he's one of the bigger kids. How am I going to beat him? And he says, I don't care, win at all costs. And so I went out and I closed my eyes and I swung aimlessly and somehow he managed to hit him and he ran away crying. And I walked up and down that street like Conor McGregor for the rest of the summer, and due to that got many more punches. Many years later, I got selected to represent Northern Ireland in powerlifting and trained very hard at it for years. And eventually one day I got a phone call. I'd been selected to represent Northern Ireland at the Commonwealth Championships in Newfoundland in Canada. Is there anyone in the room that's been to Newfoundland? Yes? Yes? This is the first room anyone's ever put their hand on. Nobody goes to Newfoundland. But that's where the Commonwealth Championships were. And I phoned my dad and I told him, I was like, Dad, I've been selected. I can't believe it. I'm going to be competing on the world stage against the best powerlifters in the world. The Australians, the Kiwis, the Americans, the Canadians. And guess what he said? Win at all costs. And I did. My third squat that day was 270 kilos and I got a silver medal. And in the process... Thank you. I'm not going to demonstrate. I tried to demonstrate before and I heard a rip in my jeans and it took me off the rest of my talk. But I busted a blood vessel in my eye, in my left eye. I'll see you at the bar after. So as I squatted down, I busted a blood vessel in my left eye and got a silver medal. And again, I FaceTimed my dad and one had a black eye because the blood vessel. And he says, well, that's what it takes, son, win at all costs. But I was starting to ask myself what those costs were, because long after the competition, I still felt as if I had the weight, that quarter of a ton on my shoulders. And 10 weeks after that competition, so 10 weeks after standing on the podium with a silver medal around my neck, 10 weeks of doing that for my country and something I worked so hard for, only 10 weeks later I tried to take my own life. You see, when we talk about resilience, I only knew one side of the coin. I was great at determination, I was great at the grit, I was great at the showing up even when I didn't want to. But I didn't realise there was a second side of the coin as well. What I learned was the second side of the coin of resilience is self-compassion. It's self-love, self-awareness, taking time off without feeling guilty. Resilience is also recognising that the journey of life is a marathon, not a sprint. Resilience is also balance and longevity. What I had to do in that moment was reframe what winning meant to me. Winning for me now, if you ask me what win means, for me it means what's important now, in this moment. When I asked myself that question, what was important to me was my health, my children, my wife, my family. And what I realised was that my business and success in sports meant nothing without them. If it's okay with you, I'm going to ask you to do a demonstration with me. These are all sitting comfortable, glass of wine, relaxed. A few people's keeling over to one side, that's okay. But where you're sitting now represents your comfort zone. You feel safe. Your nervous system's regulated. It's great. However, if you were to sit here all night until tomorrow, you would soon get bored. Isn't that right? Our comfort zone's fantastic, but we do get bored as human beings, particularly in rooms like this where we're ambitious. So what I want you to do is I want you to stand up on your feet for me. What you have just done is taken action. You've stepped up and out of your comfort zone. However, here is, I'm going to play devil's advocate. Everyone in this room is getting on in business. Everyone in this room is getting on in life. So you're used to standing up. You're all used to standing up on your 2 feet. So what I want you to do now is I want you to stand up on your tiptoes. And I want you to reach up and stretch as far as you can. And I want you to stay on your tiptoes. I'm not going to keep you up. When we stretch like this, you can stay in your comfort zone for hours, you can stay on it for days, you can only stretch for so long. If you were to stay on your toes, you can stay standing for me, but flat-footed. If you were to stay in what we call that stretch zone for more than a few minutes, you would feel your calves burning, you would feel your shoulders starting to get sore. So my message for you tonight is this. When life gets overwhelming, which it will, ask yourself, what's important now? When pain or regret pay you a visit along the journey of life, ask yourself the question, what's important now? Success without your soul is not success at all. And most importantly, always stretch, but never snap. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kieran May. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, everybody. Kieran, what a guy, what a guy. Before we go,